Hi, so this is my assignment for video blog about my media fast. I'm not gonna lie, I really struggled with the concept of media fasting for 24 hours. I literally run my life around my iPhone and my Mac, and the idea of not using it for a day, as well as sounding impossible, just sounds terrible. Like, unless I hadn't been asked to do it as a task, I would never ever have done it. Like, to me, they help my life. They don't hinder it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, anyway, I did do it just about. So yeah, in the morning, I'd prepared the night before, so I'd turned off my iPhone and my Mac and given them both to my neighbour so that she could lock them in her room so I couldn't use them throughout the day. So, yeah, I think that shows how reluctant I was and how little self restraint I felt I would have. But yeah, in the morning, it was fine. I woke up, but instead of waking up to my normal kind of Radio 1 alarm clock, I instead had to wake up to this atrocious beeping, buzzing noise, which has just started the day off badly, in my opinion. So yeah, I then got up, did the normal things, went showered, and brushed my teeth, whatever, blah blah blah. Got dressed. I was quite shocked by the fact that I hadn't really realised what counted as media before I started. So really, I'd already failed because shampoo and everything like that was covered in written promotion and branding. But yeah, I was fine. I kept going. Got ready, went downstairs, opened the cupboard to get out my cereal, realised again, confronted with media, just everywhere I went, in the fridge, in the cupboards, just everything was smothered in written text, photos, everything. And of course, while you're breaking breakfast, I was talking to my housemates and just generally conversing and using my own sort of media of communication, really. Also, although I told my housemates I was partaking in a media fast, they didn't quite grasp that meant I'd need some sort of involvement from them as well. So they had the TV on, but I tried my best. Well, I didn't try my best, I just didn't watch it, and I actually ended up having to bring my breakfast up to my room and eat in silence alone, which was pretty bad. But anyway, yeah, I chose to actually do it on a weekend so that I didn't have to be involved in any uni lectures or seminars, because I felt I was never ever going to detox myself if I had it on a day where I had things to do and people to see and stuff like that. So yeah, for the day I pretty much tried to do anything that I would normally do. So on a normal day I'd check my phone millions of times for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, just everything, news pages, email, everything about that I'd check, but I wasn't allowed, which was so frustrating, but I did it. So I decided the best thing to do would be to go outside, because staying inside, what can I do? I couldn't read a book, I couldn't watch TV, I couldn't go on the computer, all the things I'd normally do, I couldn't do. So I decided to go outside. So I went outside and played some tennis with one of my housemates. So that was alright, except for the fact that although I wasn't engaging in media as my own choice, I felt like it was almost thrust upon me, because when you're outside and stuff like that, you can see people engaging in using their phones, listening to music, cars going past with radios on, stuff like that. I felt I just generally couldn't get away from it. But I personally didn't engage in any. About lunchtime, it got to the point where I was really struggling. To the point where I made a pact with myself that as long as I could wait until just before I went to bed to check my phone, that was fine. But before I went to bed, I was going to check my phone because I felt that like I was missing out, or that I'd missed something really important, and that like other people would be relying on my responses, and if I hadn't responded, then I was somehow letting them down. So yeah, for the rest of the day, I just really sat in my room and read some notes, which I kind of suppose counts as media, but I had to do something, and revision and stuff needed to be done, so I did it anyway. Yeah, nothing else really happened. Again, dinner, I was confronted with loads of media. I felt like to actually get away from the media, I had to be quite solitary. So like, it was quite a personal, like private day. I had to kind of keep away from other people, which kind of contradicts the whole idea of it, because I don't know, it just felt strange because I'm quite a sociable person. But yeah, and then yeah, so before I went to bed, I gave in and checked my phone. I hadn't missed out on anything, but I felt I should check because I didn't really feel like it was fair to expect people to come and find me or something instead of just quickly sending out a text or a Facebook message. But yeah, I felt that through abstaining from media myself, it was almost pushing some sort of responsibility onto other people, and in a way it made me feel like I was being a little bit like elitist in expecting people to do the same as me, if that makes sense. So yeah, I found the fast very interesting. I learnt a lot, but truthfully, if I had to do it again, I don't think I could, and I think the fact that I failed the 24 hours proves that I wouldn't be able to do it for any longer. But yeah, that's all I have to say, really. I personally love media, and I think that the messages that we communicate with each other are what makes us who we are. So I'm going to continue using it.